Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to our television broadcast sponsor, Larson Farms.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda. Did that just for
Very,
you.
very good English accent, Dancing Pete. We have a great show lineup for you. We have in the studio with us, after Dr. Adam Kayott, some folks who are going to talk about the Great Florida Cattle Drive. We have David Hunt, Tabitha Bellamy, and also we're going to talk a little cracker horses as well, which I'm excited about. And we'll have our usual news and events, and I'm thrilled also to have Heidi here with us from Horse Dazzle. I'm wearing her shirt. And now, on a little bit more serious note, we're going to take it to Dr. Adam Kayott. In this interview, we mentioned it only being in a couple of states, the current EHV1 outbreak. However, it is in more states than that now, just so you know. New Mexico, Arizona, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Not yet, as of today, in Florida. But we are keeping very, very closely up on all of that and updating you regularly on the Horse Talk Show page. We're now going to take it to Dr. Adam Kayott as he talks about EHV1.
Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the CEP's Equine Initiative here at Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care with none other than world famous Dr. Adam Kayott.
World famous, wow.
Yes, world famous. So Dr. Kayott, in the news right now, obviously everywhere we kind of look and on social media for horse people, a big concern is EHV1. As of right now, today, as we are recording this interview, there are no confirmed cases in Florida. There are cases in Oklahoma and Texas, as far as I've heard so far. But as horse people, because horses are obviously transported across state lines at times for events, sales, competing, all of that sort of thing, there is a concern because EHV1 is very serious. So first of all, can you tell us what it is, and then let's talk a little bit about the symptoms.
Okay, so EHV1 it stands for equine herpes virus, and they named it with a 1. So it's a herpes virus. Typically horses actually contract it when they're younger, and most of the time it just manifests itself as a respiratory problems, or you'll see snotty nose, maybe some coughing, maybe a fever, and generally it doesn't go past that point. However, if a horse is particularly immune compromised for whatever reason, then that particular strain can show up as neurologic symptoms. So you'll have a horse that is neurologic, might not be able to stand, can't walk, and maybe down, and obviously that's very serious. And unfortunately, a lot of those horses end up succumbing to the disease. Again, as we've talked on this show many times, vaccinating for it is very important. And I've always said that it's never a problem until it's a problem. And I know that I've had clients call this week, hey, is my horse good? And I say, yes, they're vaccinated. And I know that's a huge relief, because it's very interesting to me that they don't know exactly what they're getting vaccinated for, but they're trusting me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Right. They trust me that I'm doing what I'm going to do for them and do the best for their horse. And so I know it's a big relief when I was like, yeah, you're good. You're vaccinated. You're covered for that virus. And, that's all we can do. Now, that being said, vaccines are never 100%, will keep you from coming down with the disease. What we hope and what we expect with a vaccination is if your horse is exposed, the symptoms will be less severe. So that's why we do it. It's not necessarily going to prevent your horse from getting the disease, but if they were to get the disease, or the idea would be that they are less affected, so they aren't as sick. Now, we recommend that you have your flu rhinopneumonitis. That's what your EB1, or EHV1 and EHV4 vaccine, and we recommend every 6 months. Those are the important ones when you're going to horse shows and that sort of thing. So a lot of horses are actually exposed to the virus when they're younger, and you'll see these weanlings when they get particularly stressed, they get these snotty noses. Usually that's the herpes virus usually. And so, as we say, herpes is forever. Herpes, so the horse then builds a response to the virus, and the immune system controls the virus. The virus lays latent in the body. And when a horse is particularly stressed, either they get sick or they're transported, and that's one of the most stressful things you can do on a horse is transport it, especially a long way. That gives the opportunity for their immune system to decrease or become a little bit compromised, and then they can start shedding the virus, and that's what happens. So
and they can actually shed it before they even show symptoms, correct?
That's correct. Yes,
Yeah.
some horses. That's why it's hard to. You don't really necessarily just want to blindly test everything, because there are a lot of horses out there that are shedding that aren't sick, and so you could cause all kinds of chaos if you were to go test every horse, even though they aren't they're symptomatic. So that's the other reason why it's important. If your horse is exposed to other horses, have them vaccinated, because you never know who's shedding what, and you can prevent a lot of hassle and a lot of heartache if you do some preventive action.
Right.
Now,
how effective is the vaccine in what time period, I should say? Like, so as far as if somebody vaccinated today, how many weeks before that would
generally
be effective?
2 weeks. Generally,
Okay.
2 weeks is what the general rule of thumb is. So once you vaccinate, the immune system boost is generally high as 2 weeks. But it stays up. If your horse is novel to the vaccine, meaning it's never been vaccinated before, we recommend that you vaccinate on day one, and then you boost again a month later, because
Right.
the immune response spikes really quickly, and then it drops off relatively quickly. So then once you give that second booster, then we find that the immune bodies stay up at a high level, and generally 6 months is the good rule of thumb when you have to do it again. And generally, most competitions, most horse shows that require those things, 6 months is your cutoff. FEIs that way, 6 months. They have to be vaccinated routinely every 6 months. So that's kind of the rule of thumb, and a good place to stay. So.
And how contagious is it?
It's
So
very
it is very contagious.
It's very contagious.
Airborne, nose to nose, obviously,
Yeah.
airborne,
So,
and then
yeah.
also on items,
Yeah,
right?
so-
Water
so-
buckets,
So
water.
anything that aerosolized body spray can touch can transport the virus. It can be carried on on buckets, on your body, on
Boots,
on anything.
right, yeah.
So certainly if you come up with it and it can be a management nightmare, because typically have to isolate those horses and do all the management protocols to make sure that those horses stay isolated away from the rest of the population. And generally there's a quarantine period of about 3 to 4 weeks that you'll have to be. So it's 21 days, I think, from the time of the last symptom from the last horse. So if you got another horse that pops up, then you
You've got to
push
go
the
again.
calendar back.
Right.
So it can be, obviously
very
it can
long.
be a long time.
Yeah.
But it's
Treatment
always scary.
successful?
Well, treatment's successful if they don't go to the neurologic stage. Generally, when they go to the neurologic stage, it's pretty tough. You'll get some that recover, and it's just supportive. It's just supportive. So fluids, antibiotics are not going to do anything. It's a virus. Fluids, anti-inflammatories, that sort of thing, to try to support them and allow the immune system to kick in and do its job.
So we're hoping we don't have it here in Florida.
Yeah.
very much so. Hope it doesn't come here at this point. As I said, it isn't. So we're very, very grateful for that. We'd like it to stay that way.
Yep.
Any last things that you want to add for our listeners for EHV?
Well, I think there's a equine disease website out there. It's called the EDCC. That's a really good website to go to, and they stay on top of emerging diseases in the equine community. And then, our Peterson Smith, we stay on top of, on things. So you can check our website out, and we have stuff. So
Yes.
We do all that stuff. So
keeping track
It's
of your
out there.
horse's temperature a couple times a day, especially if you're concerned, if you've traveled recently, is a great idea. If you have any questions, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital Complete Care right here in Ocala can help you out. Make sure your horse is vaccinated.
better information than Facebook.
Right, spot on. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the CEP's Equine Initiative.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine, with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now. Larson Hay, family owned and operated. Idaho's finest alfalfa. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, they're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
You didn't do it in English.
I'm sorry. I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
Actually, you do that very well for an American.
Thank you.
We have some special guests here in the studio with us. We have Tabitha and David, and they are with the Great Florida Cattle Drive. It's lovely to have you guys here with us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Tabitha, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit of the background of this incredible cattle drive, and then we'll switch over to David and get him to give us a little more history.
The Great Florida Cattle Drive is an initiative by a group that is the Florida Cow Culture Preservation Committee. And their mission is to make sure that heritage lives on for generations, because Florida is a huge cattle industry, and it's done every so many years. They have the big ride every so many years, and then they have smaller like reunion rides over the weekends that they get together in the off years, and basically it's reliving the heritage of the Florida cattle industry.
I love that. That's phenomenal.
David can probably elaborate more, because
Yes.
he is the chairman of the Florida Cow Culture Preservation Committee.
Well, it's nice to have the chairman here.
Yes.
You can tell us a bit.
Thank you for having us. So we're just trying to promote the Cracker Cowboy and the Cracker Cow and Cracker Horse. But most importantly, this go-round, we're trying to showcase what we're losing, which is why we have partnered with the Land Remembered folks and going into the 4th grade classrooms with it and trying to highlight where we came from and how it's looking ahead of us.
And how long has the cattle drive been going on?
We started in '95 with the first one. We drove 1,000 head of cattle, about 500 head of people, about 60 miles into the Kissimmee, the old Kissimmee rodeo grounds, Silver Spurs. Then we did another one in 2006, another one in 2016, and then because of COVID, we did another one in 22. we had to put it off a year. And then when I took over, I wanted to go south this time and go across the same lands that are depicted in the book, A Land Remembered. And so far it's worked out. All the plans are coming together. And so every 5 to 10 years, we'll see.
Incredible.
So you change it up every year, or?
Well, I did this time because there's so many ranches are selling. I mean, you got to have a lot of country to go over, even across just 60 miles. So we just didn't feel like we could get it done if we waited 10 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
Yeah.
A lot of the cattle farms are going away.
Yep. So in addition to that, we're also trying to promote the ones that are left, the wildlife corridors, the conservation easements. That's what we're going over, plus the state lands that are being preserved. So we're trying to show where we came from and where we're going with it. So the critters, they have to have a home too.
That's right.
We can't just beat them up and expect them to survive.
Well,
That's
and I
right.
didn't realize how many cattle are in Florida, so elaborate on that, because you think cattle, Texas, Colorado.
Right.
Yeah. So 1521, De Soto, the Spanish explorer, left the cracker cows and horses here. And when he got defeated and went back, he left the cattle here. So the Seminole Indians took it over, and they're the cow keepers for that time period. And then about in the 1700s, the white man came in and started taking over the herds. So we have been in the top 10 of the number of cattle in the United States, and especially east of the Mississippi, for Lord knows 20 years.
Yeah.
A lot of cattle.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So tell us about the dates of the event and what people who are involved in it can do, and what kind of happens throughout that week of the cattle drive.
Okay. So we're going to gather up on about the 24th of January in Yeehaw Junction. And we're expecting 300 people, 650 head of cattle.
301 people.
301, that's correct.
I'm sorry.
You have a
Might be
tent?
stuck with me for a
Do
week.
you have a tent?
I do.
Okay.
Oh no, actually I gave my tent to a homeless person, but I can get another one.
Okay.
I did.
So yeah, on the 26th of January, we'll move out with the cattle and camp each night. We got some chuck wagons coming in from Texas and Oklahoma that are going to be cooking authentic chuck wagon food and feeding everybody.
Nice.
And
You got nightly entertainment.
yeah, we got
That means you must be coming along.
some. We have bluegrass music on Wednesday night. Tuesday night we're doing storytelling with some old cracker storytellers. Thursday night the Seminoles are coming in and doing their historic dances for us. And then Friday night we'll have a steak dinner and auction, and get up Saturday and hit 441 and go right into town.
What an adventure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I think I am signing up for the whole time. It just gets better and better.
Yeah.
Those are some great highlights for folks.
Anybody that wants to do it, it's a trip of a lifetime. It's a ride of a lifetime. And
Bucket list.
yeah, it's
for
a
a lot of
bucket list
people.
thing for a lot of people that are signing up, and they can just go to our website, thegreatfloridacattledrive.com, and register.
So how many cowboys from on your side to help move, and I'm not talking about the cattle, help move
Right,
the people?
right. Yeah, so the
Pete's
cow
always worried about the people.
the cow boss is going to bring along 6 cowboys that'll be responsible for maintaining the herd. And then each wagon circle will go with the cattle every day and then rotate through every day, so everybody has a chance to push cattle. So that's kind of how we operate it until things go south.
So is there a talk to say what the protocols?
Oh, absolutely.
He's always worried about the people. It's the
Absolutely,
two-leggeds
yeah.
he's
We'll
worried
have-
Well,
about.
no, I've cowboyed and I know how you get fired real quick. Ride in front of the cow boss or cut somebody's line off.
Right. Yep, exactly. Yep.
So how many cattle will be in this?
Hopefully 650. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. You get above that, and then it gets a little harder to manage
A little
logistically
out of hand.
because you're traversing over different owners, and you got to go through gates and fences. You got to take fences down. So logistically, it's a little bit harder.
What an awesome trip. That's an amazing experience. Now, do people bring a variety of different breeds of horses?
Yes. Some broke, some not. Some young, some old. Monday will be an adventure. It always is.
Is it?
Yes.
It sounds exciting. And what is the number of miles that you cover?
The last cattle drive in 22, we did 85 miles. And this time we're going to do 50-ish. Depends on how many curves we go through. And, yeah.
So how many miles a day?
8 to 10.
8 to 10.
14 being the longest on Monday. And the biggest takeaway people get from this kind of a ride is they become unplugged because there's no electricity. You're sleeping under the stars.
Day 2, their phones die.
The weather is what it is. You just have to embrace it and go with it. Just like they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
it's the real thing.
Yes.
How lovely is that?
and we encourage everybody to wear period correct clothing, so no ball caps, no tank tops, stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that.
No shorts.
Yeah, no shorts. Absolutely.
That's amazing. So tell us one more time. We actually have another segment. We're going to talk more about this. We're also going to talk about the Florida Cracker horse, but people, Tabitha, can get more information on your website.
Yes, they can register at thegreatfloridacattledrive.com, and there's just go to the events and they can register to be a part of the drive.
Lovely. Well, we have goodie bags down here for you. We have Caldwell USA goodie bags with wonderful samples of their amazing all-natural products. We also have travel-size bottles of Piranha fly spray, which nobody should go on a cattle drive without. Are you allowed those?
Is there any deodorant in them?
There is actually an odor killer in there. Yes, there is. And Horse Talk Show brushes that must go along for the ride and have photos with those.
Thank you.
We are coming right back with more of this great stuff about the cattle drive and the Florida Cracker horse. Stay with us.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength, and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads, and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold saltwater spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers, and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform, and recover with Equine Therapy International.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now. The Green Pharmacist CBD is not just made in the USA, it's made in Ocala in a licensed lab. GREENE, The Green Pharmacist. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hey, this is Buck Branneman. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our Equus Television sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we are in the studio here with the good folks from the Great Florida Cattle Drive. We've been chatting a little bit to David Hunt. We now have Jack Gillen, who is also with the Florida Cracker Association. And I recently had my first experience meeting a Florida Cracker horse who was in our horse capital parade downtown. and what a lovely breed of horse.
They are.
Quite impressed with how sound of mind and steady, and the girls that brought those two, the Marsh Tacky and the Cracker Horse, did a phenomenal job, all dressed up, didn't they, in their proper attire. It was quite lovely coming down past the iconic Marion Theatre on the cobble streets. It looked very special. It was wonderful. So tell us a little bit about the Cracker Horse.
Well, that's something I know a little bit about.
A little.
I was involved with starting the registry on the horses back in early 80s, and acquired the horses, the first horses that were released on Paynes Prairie, or reintroduced to Paynes Prairie. I was the manager there for 21 years, and I managed that herd of horses and their cracker cattle and their bison. So anyway, I know a little bit about them. They are a really special breed of horse. They're descendants of the horses that the Spanish brought to Florida. Like David told you earlier, 1521, I think, were the first introduction that we know of. Ponce de Leon brought horses and cattle, and had to leave real quick because the Calusa Indians didn't appreciate him, and he left livestock with them. So they're really tough. They have a lot of endurance, a lot of heart. I mean, I'm riding a horse that's 22 years old. She goes every day. I never got her tired out. I mean, and I rode her hard several times penning cows. And she'll outlast me every time. And she's a really fantastic horse. Like I said, she's 22 years old. She's never had her hooves trimmed, if you can believe that. And they look perfect all the time.
How it's supposed to be done. Putting miles on them.
Putting miles on them.
I mean,
That's
I don't ride that much, but not enough to keep one's hooves wore down to that point. But it's just the way they are. She's a product of natural selection, basically. That was the horses that were wild in Florida. The strong ones kept reproducing. The weak ones got eaten by wolves or panthers or whatever. So that's natural selection. If they had hoof problems, they didn't last. If they had skin problems, they didn't last. So what you get is a
very strong horse.
Very strong horse, just from natural selection.
Gosh. And you know, we don't see that many Florida Cracker horses around. I would love to see more of them.
They were down to some pretty low numbers when we started the registry, and the same thing happened with the cattle. Doyle Connor, who was the Commissioner of Agriculture at the time, was the first to, well, not to recognize it, but to bring it to the attention of the cattlemen. You know, these cattle and horses are getting bred out of existence, and they're worth saving. And so some old families came forward, donated some cattle to the association, or the state of Florida, actually. There's 3 or 4 herds. They've got a herd at Kissimmee of cattle and horses, a herd at Paynes Prairie, cattle and horses, and some in Tallahassee, and some with the Coochie Division of Forestry has those. And anyway, that's how it started. The Chairs family out of Dixie County, that's where the nucleus of the state herds came from. The ones on Paynes Prairie came from Chairs family in Dixie County. And the Department of Agriculture's cattle came from the Bass and Durrance families down where the cattle drive is going to be, basically.
So what does the cattle, how do you distinguish between other breeds with it? What is it similar to, or where did it come from?
Well, they're related again to other Spanish cattle, like the Longhorn. They don't have as big of horns as Longhorns, but they're related. They're both Spanish. There's other Spanish breeds, and they're similar to them in other ways. But growing up in Florida, as opposed to growing up in Texas or out west, they evolved into a different animal, just like the deer. They have a lot bigger, stronger deer out there than we do in Florida. They don't have the nutrients, but they adapted, yeah.
You pretty much got to in Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
You don't really have a choice.
I'm another native Floridian, by the way.
You are?
5th generation.
Really?
From Columbia County, just north of here.
Me as well.
Oh my goodness, we've got real Florida people.
There you go.
You don't meet all that many of those.
And cracker was a derogatory term until recent years. Now it's associated with early settlers or pioneers of Florida. And there were other things besides slaves that the whip was used on.
Right. So do you guys, when
Dogs.
you do push them, are you using stock whips?
We call them cow whips.
Cow whip.
Basically, they're a special tool that developed over the years, and most of them are made out of deer hide or cow hide or horse hide. Nowadays, most of them are made of nylon.
So we'll see a few cracker horses on this cattle drive.
Yeah, there'll be some on there. I'm riding one again.
And I'll be riding one.
I've ridden one on all 4 of the drives so far, so I'm not changed now.
I'm really getting some of my bucket list items sorted out, aren't
There
I?
you go. And you brought a book with you.
Yes, I should have brought the author, my wife. She wrote this book. It's the history of Florida cracker horses and cattle. It's very interesting. It's easy to read, and it's in like chronological order, so you see how the cattle got here, how they dispersed
Could you
over the
pass
state.
that to me over here?
Sure.
I'm just going to hold it up here in the camera real good so everybody can see it. Wow. Cracker horses and cattle. The history. That's incredible. That's amazing. So, one more time, let's just talk about the cattle drive. I just want to make sure that everybody knows it's coming up, right, at the end of January.
Right, January 26th.
You get to camp. You get to push the cattle. You get the stories and the sing-alongs and all the good fun and the good food and a good time on horseback and cross off a bucket list item.
That's correct. Yep.
I know quite a few people who might like to try that. Quite amazing experience.
Yeah, totally worth it.
Better tell them to hurry up. When's the deadline?
Have we got a deadline?
The cutoff date.
January 4th is final.
January 4th.
But we can move that a little bit.
Good. Well, I think a lot of people ought to sign up for this because I think what an experience to have. And it really is keeping a tradition alive for the future. And one of the things that we always talk about a lot in every day is the next generation, is the kids coming up now that don't have the same exposure to horses and cattle as they did back in the day. It used to be that everybody had a horse and not everybody had a car, and now everybody has a car and not everybody has a horse, right?
Yeah.
Same with the cattle. Not everybody has an opportunity to be on a farm and to have those experiences, and the next generation is so important. So important that they have those experiences and get to learn about and see what it was all about, and I love that you're keeping that alive.
Yeah, it's our heritage. You have to. Yeah, and you got to teach them young.
That's right.
This event is very family friendly, so bring them.
Bring them. The Great Florida Cattle Drive. And we have goodies for you too.
Oh.
We're going to pass over Carwell USA wonderful
Thank you.
products, and then your cracker horses are going to get brushed with a TT Distributors Horse Talk Show logo dandy brush.
They won't know how to handle that.
Lots of pictures. I know, right? Thank you both so much for sharing this amazing event, and thank you for doing what you're doing, keeping something that's so important alive.
And please come back after the drive and we get to see the pictures of that.
And Louisa will be in them.
Yes.
That makes me very, very happy. We're coming right back with some horse dazzle.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine, with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Centre in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature. Piranha Animal Health is your trusted leader in insect control since 1972. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
I'm Tick Maynard, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Very English. I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have a very special guest in the studio. Heidi Watt is here with us from Horse Dazzle, and we are actually dazzling.
Well, some of us.
We are dazzling here in our Horse Dazzle shirt. Heidi, thank you so much for my shirt. I love it. It's beautiful.
It's a pleasure and an honor. Thank you for having me today. This is super special.
And it was so lovely to meet you at none other than Misty Morning Hounds.
Yes, that was the most spectacular special event ever, and extra special that I got to meet you there. Like,
I know.
how amazing. Yes.
And you know what? That was the most, honestly, that opening meet was probably one of the best days I've had in a really long time. Made lots of new friends. Loved being out there at Misty Morning Hounds. It was just at the Perry Plantation. There's no more beautiful place to ride and spend time, and then to make some new friends as well.
Thank you. I couldn't agree more. We're blessed to be able to go twice a year now. We absolutely love it. I call it Camelot out there, and it's just the most spectacular place. So
It is indeed. So tell us a little bit about Horse Dazzle, because you started to share with me out that day about, well, actually, I think I admired your shirt because it was blinging. And I said, oh my gosh, what's that? And you said, well, actually,
Thank you.
Tell us a little background about Horse Dazzle.
So we launched in summer of this year. It's a brand new company. We're based out of Central Florida. And over the last couple of years, I had recently come back into riding again through a dear friend of mine, Kirsten Main, who's also a trainer. She's phenomenal with Maine Riding Academy. And fast forward, I ended up getting a horse, which I wasn't going to do. It happens. A beautiful horse named Da Vinci, and he's a rescue from Horses Without Humans. So that's a beautiful thing.
We won't call him Da Vinci Resolve. That's an editing program.
Oh, I
Sorry,
see.
couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, me neither. But then when I got back into horses, I was looking for beautiful, luxury items that I like, a little something that's traditional and classy, but also a little something kind of different to it. And for one, I thought it was very hard to find. And then when I did find it, the items were very expensive. And I'm blessed to have a wonderful job, but even with that, I thought the equestrian items were extra expensive. So I ended up just one thing led to another, and long story short, launched a company called Horse Dazzle, which where we are here today, and started sourcing out, and everything is really designed by me and customized by sourcing out these items and bringing these together. So I have brow bands and saddle pads, and also the shirts that you mentioned, thank you, where I wanted to do something that's just very pretty and flattering, a little bit of something extra to it, such as the bit and bling here, but that's affordable. So for example, these shirts are $50. The brow bands have real preciosa crystals, and they're $65. And then our saddle pads are ornate and beautiful, and the most expensive saddle pad is $75. And they go down to even $60. So we'll see what people think.
I think that's extremely reasonable, having looked at the prices of saddle pads and things like that before. It's quite pricey,
Yes.
especially to have something nice quality.
Exactly, and thank you. And so many people have told me that they love seeing what we have to offer, and they don't really quite believe me until they see it, and they're like, oh, okay, oh my goodness. And they get excited about it, and before they would say, well, I was saving my best brow band, or I was saving my best saddle pad for shows such and such, or a special occasion, and they're like, I don't have to save it anymore. So they're kind of breaking a habit, like, hey, they can buy these, they can enjoy them, they can use them every day, or they're showing in their fancy things, but not have to wait and save it for something else later.
They can actually afford to replace it when they need to, rather than feeling like...
Yes.
So can we see?
Please, yes.
Pete, would you like to see one of these?
Yes, thank you.
So tell us a little bit again about the crystals in the brow bands.
I appreciate that. So the one that Pete is holding, this is the Crystal Sovereign. So I've had a lot of fun with the names of our products, and I've named them after people that are special to me, such as Kirsten, who I mentioned, who's my dear friend and trainer with Maine Riding Academy. So she's a queen, so that's named after her. The Crystal Sovereign. She says she's the Queen of Sorrento.
Beautiful.
That has the clear Preciosa crystals. And then this one is the iridescent crystals. And this one is named after the executive director of Horses Without Humans, Yvonne Bartow.
Oh, yes.
For Spirit of the Horse. She's the Snow Queen and the Spirit of the Horse.
That's right.
So this
she
is
was
named
also in Ibericon and she had one of your pads on. She had her fists.
You're exactly right.
Yes,
Thank you.
her...
Yes, that was Rocky, the Rocky segment in the Ibericon. And actually, she was in this saddle pad here, which is the Bella Rose.
I knew I saw that.
You're so spot on, Pete. You're ahead of the curve. But yeah, so I love being able to share these because no matter what pictures I take, it doesn't do them justice. But these are the brow bands, and they have the detachable button snap closure. So if you want to have fun and switch these out, you can switch them out within like 45 seconds. Super easy.
And they
even
feel
Pete
very
can do it.
Nice.
So yes,
even I can do it.
Oh, nice.
We have lots of colors of these. I'm getting a whole new shipment coming in, but everything that you're seeing, if it's on my website at www.horsedazzle.com, it's in stock. I can ship it out right away. You're not going to have to wait for things to come.
I feel like we're on QBC.
I know.
Get it now. We only have 15 left.
Only 15 left. Yes, that one is on Amazon, and it does have the count on what's left on that. It's kind of funny, but so that's on Amazon as well as my website, and also we have a few pads on Amazon as well. We're excited about that.
So what's the other colors?
Thank you.
So lost that. Well done.
Gosh, thank you. So this is
I've done this before.
Red Bella Rosé, also featured as you shared in the Iberican Rocky.
The red is unbelievable.
Thank you.
Look at that.
What's special about this is it's a red satin, but it also has this silver rock crystal. So a couple of our saddle pads have the rock crystals, whether they're in silver or black. I'm going to be expanding that line too a little bit more coming up.
I can see this with a Horse Talk Show logo right here.
Oh, I love
Can't
that.
you?
Bling around it.
Yes. I can see that.
Oh,
I can see that with the Horse Talk Show.
You're getting her excited. Go ahead, let's go
well, look at the withers though.
color.
Seriously. So the withers. So for non-horse people, the withers. So up at the kind of the end of the mane before the saddle starts, there is a lovely padded area that I think is nice, that lifts up that front.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. Yes.
I noticed that. That's beautiful.
What's our next
this one
color?
has this too. This is the, gosh, I think I named it the Silver Glamour or something. I'm all about glamour.
Brings out my eyes.
Brings out Pete's eyes, yes. And this one has the clear crystals around it. Those are more of a standard type crystal, but so you can kind of see the difference there. And then not everything is bling. And again, I tried to make things that were classy and not all, I'm not trying to be gaudy, but this is the Platinum Glam. And what's cool about this, it has these interesting bits. Exactly.
I love
so
the
you've
bit.
got the D-ring bit there.
The D-ring bit on design on that's gorgeous. These are all beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it's fitting for either you want to bling it out or just be subtle.
Exactly, thank you. And I have a lot of subtle colors. I've got greens in too for the holidays, blues, all kinds of different beautiful colors. Yes, lots of colors. Christmas parade. Thank you.
Yes, oh my goodness, they're gorgeous.
Thank you.
So shirts, saddle pads, brow bands.
Correct. That's and there were a couple keychains I think I sold out of that, but those are the primary items: the brow bands, the saddle pads, and the shirts.
And we have a Horse Talk Show discount.
Yes, thank you. That's absolutely right. Out of appreciation for Louisa Barton and your show and the viewers out there, we're offering a promo code called Horse Talk.
Horse Talk.
Yes.
HORSETALK. Horse Talk.
Yes, thank you. And that's going to be $5 off all the items of Horse Dazzle. So even though we try to already offer a really great affordable price, that special promo code will give all of your viewers and listeners $5 off each item of Horse Dazzle.
Nice.
Wow. It does have to be on the www.horsedazzle. I was trying to go too fast. www.horsedazzle.com to use the promo code because Amazon's not set up that way. But on our website, take advantage of it.
Directly from you, from your website, you can get $5 off every single item.
Correct.
So, folks, Christmas shopping, what great ideas for your horse people. What a lovely gift that they would really enjoy. We are going to give you some goodies.
Thank you.
You get a logoed dandy brush, and Pete's got goodie bags for you. He's got wonderful piranha. Those are lovely portable size piranha items. Ooh. And we also have a K-Well goodie bag for you as well.
Oh my gosh.
It has all natural products in it that are amazing for healing sprays. Wonderful, the only cure I've ever found for summer sores. And we are going to get those for you. So I want to thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, Heidi, absolutely amazing, incredible products. Love these Horse Dazzle items. Check her out. Don't forget to use the code HorseTalk for $5 off all of the items. Love it. Thank you, Heidi, so much. Heidi Watt.
Thank you.
So nice to have a new friend. Great
Thank you.
products.
You too. This is
Thank
so
you.
special.
Let's ride together again soon.
Let's do it. I want to do that soon.
We're coming right back. Stay with us on the Horse Talk Show.
Ocala Dog Ranch offers a variety of services for your dog, including agility training, barn hunt training, board and train, boarding long and short term, daycare, day training, dock diving training and competitions, disc dog, swimming lessons and pool rentals, lure coursing and obedience training classes. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch at ocaladogranch.com. Ocala Dog Ranch is your home away from home for your dog and more.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars, and we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at seminolefeed.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
This is Charlotte Cannon, and you are listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, they're our TV broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And it seems appropriate this week, Thanksgiving. We don't have Thanksgiving in England, by the way.
Yeah, we know.
But I'm very thankful for a lot of things. So we wanted to talk to you about being thankful a little bit. And one of the things I want to say is there's a million people I could thank. And I want to start by thanking our sponsors, actually, of this show, all of them, for making it possible.
Whoop, whoop.
And there's lots of people I don't have pictures of and whose names I'm not going to say, and it's not because I'm not thankful, but I do want to mention a few new people. The first photo, if you're watching, that was just up, was Tanya and her husband Neil. Tanya's with TV20, and she is a newer friend of mine this year, and her husband is a regular listener of the show. So I definitely wanted to say I'm so thankful for Tanya and great things coming at TV20 in January. I also very, very much wanted to do a big shout out for Misty Morning Hounds because they have changed my life. They have got me back riding again.
And
they
walking
have,
different.
yeah, they have got me engaged with so many new friends: Alexis, Dana, Katie, her whole team, Heidi. All of the folks I have met, Sydney, and an old friend for many years, Georgia, there as well. I also wanted to say how nice it is to have got to know Barbara Hooper from Unbridled Horse Capital, and I know that her and I are going to be great friends. And she actually has taken some amazing footage at Misty Morning Hounds that you've got to check out. And Brewster, the boy who led the Misty Morning Hounds folks on the Horse Capital Parade, has been my mount for the last few hunts. And
that picture could be in England.
It could, and maybe that's why I just feel so at home. But I've been so welcomed by some amazing people. I want to say how thankful I am that we have a new CEO at the Chamber and Economic Partnership. We're the only chamber in the world that has an equine initiative. And our new CEO, Matt McCormick, has joined us in the last few weeks, and we are
Mr.
thrilled.
Personality.
He is indeed, isn't he? He is such a great guy. We are so blessed to have such a wonderful, wonderful person. I want to say thank you so much to Chuck Shortland, dear friend of mine, who makes it possible for me to be here late at night working by helping me out with horses, dogs, and donkeys. So I'm very thankful to Chuck. And I have to say a big shout out for Kylie Mabe of Mabe Media. She has more than jumped in the last couple of months to fill lots of gaps while we transition between staff at the Horse Talk Show. And she has done such a great job helping to train new people. And I'm just thankful that she has taken her very, very little bit of time off to help me out from her full-time job. So shout out to her. To Pete, who's just always such a fun co-host, and another new friend of ours, Jackson Wagner, who has actually competed for the USA in mounted games and is apparently
sporting his new shape tat.
Which Dancing Pete Rhoda, yet another talent of his, shaping cowboy hats. A new friend of mine this year, Marsha Hartford Sapp. Two of her horses, Cobra and Mooney, are both collectible Briars and in the Hall of Fame, USEF Hall of Fame. And the fact that she's willing to jump on a water buffalo and high-five me is really, really good times. Love Marsha Hartford Sapp. She is her and her husband, Bill, are so wonderful. And their daughter, Dana Lynn Sapp, is one of my very favourite people in the whole world. She is so much fun. She also can ride water buffaloes. And she's a very, very good rider. Exceptional in her liberty on the ground with her ponies and her quarter horse. Fantastic. She is an amazing young lady. Very, very thankful for the team at Royal Blessing Rescue. And Brian and Oliver, they are family and they are such wonderful people. I'm so thankful for them every single day. And Megan from MV Equestrian, who's done so much work with Flynn this year, riding him. And she is soon to be a mama, so I'm going to have a godchild. Very excited about that. And shout out for Abby Brocious, who has more than stepped up to the plate in the last couple of months and learnt so fast and is so able to do so much at the Horse Talk Show. I'm so very grateful.
Big shoes to fill from her brother.
That's right. But she's definitely filling them and she does a great job. So well done to her. And shout out to everybody who was involved in the Horse Capital Parade this year. It was just amazing. And I got to get Charlotte in there, Pat Myers Electric. She was in the parade. And the Misty Morning Hounds folks who came and really made a wonderful, wonderful demonstration in the Horse Capital Parade. Betsy, of course, who puts up with me and all my shenanigans and travels with me.
Ocala's finest.
That's right. And the team from Piranha, who have done so much this year for our community, are all good folks, real good folks. Tom and Laurie and Ben Heatherly. Great folks. Their whole team are wonderful. I have hogged more than my time, so there's a lot of people I didn't get to mention, but I love you all. I'm grateful to every single one of you for everything you do for me. Neil at Ocala Dog Ranch, shout out. Pete, your turn. Sorry, I stole the show.
Yay! Well, I'm thankful for you, of course, for bringing out the Dancing Pete in me back. So that had been lost for many years, and so I've been at the Horse Talk Show now for 3 years. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful to all the horses that have taught me. This is one of the horses that was bought, very expensive horse that couldn't find a connection with a human. And I've been working with him and the trainer, and it's made a big change. So I'm thankful to that. I'm thankful to Yum Yum's turkey bowls, while they will not be after Thanksgiving. So I'm thankful for that.
Yum.
Yes, ma'am. And always thankful to be around new people. Eric is always a great fun.
Eric Ryan Anderson, yes. Good guy.
And then once again, helping other horses, appreciating those horses. And then, of course, teaching Pat Myers with one of my horses.
Yeah, Pat Myers from Pat Myers Electric.
That's right. I'm very thankful for having the opportunity to help him. I'm thankful to Quiet Willow Farms, where I live and take care of. I'm very proud of that. Thankful for my other students and from all ages, of four-legged ones.
Students can be all ages.
Oh, yeah. And then thankful to my trainers that I teach and their horses that I get to help. Thankful to my family. This was my mom's reunion for my uncle's birthday. Thankful for them. Thankful to help horses relax. Your favorite thing to watch them lay down. Thank you for that party girl, Nikki Moneymaker.
Yep.
So, and then of course Dan Eckert from Straight Line Construction. And thankful to creating my videos and learning from lots of different horses and helping people. And some of my favorite students. And of course, Sarah Myers and you and who is
Jacinta Vasquez,
yes,
Hall of Fame jockey.
I'm thankful to Vicky, one of my students I teach over the phone that comes down every so often, and her horse that they are now riding, which I'm excited for. And thankful to all the crew here, even Eddie, who's running it right now.
Eddie's in training, bless him.
Yes.
But he's so close. He is so close.
That's right.
Eddie is definitely stepped it up.
And thankful to Jenna, which there's some more pictures that I didn't get in. So thankful to Jenna for always supporting me and being there for me. And thankful to the crew here at the Horse Talk Show, Isaac and Kylie, which I had a picture of Kylie, and I had a picture of you guys at events.
I must not have got those, sorry.
Thankful for the events that I get to do with the Horse Talk Show and the community of CEP.
Yeah, it's a good time. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody this week. Happy Thanksgiving this weekend. There's so many people we both probably didn't list, but just know that you're in our hearts, in our thoughts, and that we wish all of you an extremely happy Thanksgiving week with, that's for two-leggeds and four-leggeds. Enjoy. We'll be back for the last segment. Stay with us.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars, and we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
DAC Vitamins and Minerals has been making a world of difference for 35 years. Do you know what sets DAC apart? We use chelation minerals from Alltech, which allows for better absorption. DAC is the only supplement company Alltech provides ingredients for. We have our nutritionist, Performance Horse Nutrition, NASP, which is the quality seal, which guarantees our products and ensures our use of quality ingredients. DAC gives you a guaranteed analysis in every 1 ounce scoop, a 60-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't your partner deserve the best? Visit feeddac.com.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hello, I'm Chris Cox, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show for this week, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, they're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Johnson Pete Rhoda.
Here's a variety of different accents. Hey folks, I don't know, I'm just going to remind you of the fact that I am a real estate agent as well for Black Horse Real Estate, and we recently have added a listing that is actually in Hernando County, not that far from here. Very, very beautiful piece of property, quite gorgeous, ready for your animals, fenced and cross-fenced, quite beautiful. It's got a separate garage from the house.
A what?
The house is almost new, and it's a very, very cute little 2-2 house, very, very nicely appointed on the property. And it is pretty much set up ready for you to just move right in. Everything looks great on it, and this is an absolutely beautiful area. It's actually in a neighborhood that has river access just up the road. There's a great covered carport out there as well. As I said, nice big garage, lovely screen porch on the back, really beautifully set up. So if you
How many
are
acres?
Just under 4, very, very nice to have a mini farm and also be near the water. Nice barn, all set up ready for you and your critters. So nice fencing, in great shape. Everything looks beautiful. So
Big,
definitely
giant
worth
stall.
checking out. Yes, inside the house is just gorgeous. All modernized, all beautiful. It's kind of like having modern interior out on a beautiful rustic farm. Quite gorgeous and priced just right. So check that out at Black Horse Real Estate, and Rob and I are listing that together. And as I said, that's in Hernando County, a very popular area both for equestrians and also for lots of nice water and river access nearby. So check that one out. We're going to switch gears a little bit, and we are going to do a shout out for a wonderful young lady that jumped in on Saturday to help me out with a little bit of videography, and that is Ronnie Wilson Badalow. And she jumped in with her mum Holly and helped me out at Misty Morning Hounds, and she took some great photographs of the hounds in their lovely house getting ready to come out for the hunt. By the way, I just want to mention, because someone did comment on Facebook about this, that this is a drag hunt, so this is with a scent. There is no actual fox. I just want to let you know that, because I did have some comments about that. So, but it is an incredible experience, and it definitely relives all of the traditions of fox hunting that go back, way back, of course, into history. Yet another tradition being kept alive by some absolutely amazing folks. And I'm just going to tell you, these hounds are so well looked after and well loved and love their job. And the experience of going out with Misty Morning Hounds is absolutely priceless. Any breed can go and do it. And I just really wanted you to see the footage that Ronnie got quite serious about taking. She got nice and up close with us and got great photos. And
Talent.
I know, very serious. Another lady that was riding with us is a Larson Hay customer, so I had to get a picture of her by the Larson Hay tailgate there. But getting ready to go out on the hunt, and the most beautiful property, over 500 acres out there at the Perry Plantation that actually belonged to the 4th governor of Florida, and that is one of the most gorgeous pieces of property I've ever been on. Quite beautiful to ride on. They also have hunter paces coming up as well, which are great for any level of rider going out in groups. So lots of great things happen there at Misty Morning Hounds, but you definitely should get involved. Check out their website. And thanks again to Ronnie and her mom.
She took all these?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
How old is
She's
she?
like, it's a good question. I don't know. But very young. Holly, I need to know how old Ronnie is. She's a young lady and she did an absolutely phenomenal job. So well done, Ronnie. Thank you. You're hired for future events. We're going to switch gears a little bit. We mentioned hounds. Not allowed to call them dogs. They're hounds. But if you have a horse, you probably have at least 1 or 2 dogs. Or a lot of hounds. So here's Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch.
The Horse Talk Show goes to the dogs at Ocala Dog Ranch.
Neil Hennessy, the Ocala Dog Ranch. Socialize your dog. Take your dog everywhere that you're allowed. Most places now are dog friendly. Little bar, little restaurant, Home Depot, the Rural King. You can take your dog there. Take some treats. When you meet a stranger who wants to say hello to your dog, give them the treats and ask them to make your dog sit and then give them a treat. Make your dog learn to love people and that people are friendly. Not all people are friendly, but the ones that you're going to meet are friendly. So socialize your dog. Neil Hennessy, Ocala Dog Ranch.
Such a great idea, taking your dog places with you. I had to come back to work last night and Eddie was going to be here editing. So Eddie, the editor, I never thought of that. But anyway, I brought Mr. Marbles with me, my dog, and he was socialized and it all went quite well. So that is a very good and fitting tip this week from Neil. We have some event mentions that we are going to go through. We are a media sponsor for the Fur Ball.
Wow.
Yes, which we're very excited about because that's for Vocal. I have a dog from Voices of Change Animal League, and we are always excited to support any of these great charities. This is the 10th annual Fur Ball on Friday, February the
2nd, 27th?
27th. Yes.
27th.
Yeah, so that may seem like a long way away, but it's not. And it's boots, black tie, and best friends at the Fur Ball.
Wow.
November 30th is going to be the first Hunter Pace at Misty Morning Hounds, and these are great opportunities at any level to get your horses out in groups and actually compete for ribbons and be in a safe environment and a great controlled environment and lots of fun. You can go flat or over jumps. Hunter paces are great training for horses, whatever sport you're in. So that is November 30th. Check that out. If you're listening on Saturday morning on the radio, you missed this. But coming up shortly after the show, the EDCC is in conjunction with the AAEP, which is a great organization in the equine world for practitioners, are going to do a update on EHV1, which is a serious outbreak across the US at the moment in several states. Dr. K and I talked about it. So 8 p.m. tonight, that's EST tonight, that is Tuesday. So if you're Saturday, it's already passed. But tune in if you can, because very important updates on this outbreak. The Horseman Symposium is coming up, isn't it, Pete?
Yes, ma'am.
March 28th and 29th. Presented by Piranha Animal Health.
From Southeast Livestock Pavilion in Ocala, Florida.
Yep, March 28th and 29th. Some of the best horsemen I know are going to be Linda Pirelli, Ryan Rose, Dr. Emily Rose, Jake Birnbaum, Lucio, and none other than Dancing Pete Roder.
Yay!
Yay! You've got studio audience cheering. So check out that Horseman Symposium. Get signed up for that. As Pete said, Southeastern Livestock Pavilion.
Like-minded people talking their thoughts about it.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to learn from some top folks there. December 12th to the 14th, just around the corner now, it is the Thoroughbred Transformation Expo in, I think it's 10th year at the Florida Horse Park. And it doesn't matter with these thoroughbreds what level they are at, how long they've been off the track. There is lots and lots of opportunities to compete and wonderful experience for your thoroughbreds. So that's December 12th and 14th at the wonderful Florida Horse Park. Happy Days Sock Hop is December 6th, and that is to benefit Stirrups and Strides Therapeutic Riding Club, looking for sponsors and people to buy tables. Wonderful therapeutic riding club and a fun opportunity to dress up like, what did you say? Happy Days?
Happy Days. Fonzie.
That's right. Children's Charity Classic is February 20th again at HITS to benefit United Way. Check that one out. And I think we got to wrap it up.
We got to wrap it up.
We do. This has been a great show, great guests. Very grateful to have them all here with us, whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world.
Or not.
Happy horsing around till the same time next week.
See ya.
Ocala Dog Ranch is the exclusive dog boarding facility to the Horse Talk Show.